It has begun. Right now. The air around you has changed. It's become dense, thick, electrified, like the air before a thunderstorm. The clock is already ticking, counting down the final moments of the old paradigm. Tune in to my voice. This is not a forecast. It is not a prediction. This is an energetic transmission, a vibrational key, the activation code you have been waiting for your entire life. This is not a date on the calendar. It is a singularity, a point of no return. The mirror portal is opening, and the fabric of reality as you knew it has worn thin, ready to part, letting in the light of a new world. You feel this in every cell, that vague but persistent feeling that everything, absolutely everything, was leading you to this exact moment, to this breath, to this word. All your pain, all your joy, all your searching was just a prelude to the great silence where the true sound of your being is born. Breathe. You are already inside the flow. You feel it in your body. This is not an illness. Repeat after me. This is not an illness. These are the symptoms of the great transition. You notice a strange, almost mercurial fatigue, sinking not into your muscles, but into your very bones, into your cellular memory. This is the shedding of old, exhausted, energetic programs that have been stored in your lineage for centuries. Your body is releasing ballast. There is a fog in your mind, as if a soft, dense veil has fallen over your consciousness, and the old, logical mind is shutting down because it cannot process the new, incoming codes of light. And this vibration, this quiet, barely perceptible tremor in your body, in your hands, in your feet, this is your nervous system tuning itself to the new frequency, like the strings of a cosmic instrument. You feel a tingling in your palms and soles. These are your centers of creation awakening, through which you will manifest the new reality. Sudden heat or icy chills that replace one another. This is not a fever. This is the sacred fire burning away karmic debris, clearing your energetic channels. And the quiet, high-pitched, almost angelic hum in your ears. This is the sound of your personal tuning fork, aligning you with the harmony of the universe. Your body is remembering its divine blueprint. Trust it. And your emotions, they have turned into an ocean storm. You are thrown from side to side, and you don't understand what is happening. This baseless, bone-chilling anxiety that washes over you suddenly. It is not yours. Do you hear me? This is the collective fear of the old world, which is in its death throes, clinging to illusions and refusing to leave. You are simply, empathically, reading its final convulsions. And then, for no reason, a wave of crystalline, almost childlike optimism and quiet joy washes over you. These are the first glimpses, the first photons of the new reality, breaking through the cracks in the old matrix. The tears that well up in your eyes for no reason, salty and hot. This is not sadness. Your body is releasing the accumulated pain of generations through water, the most powerful conductor of information. The feeling that something monumental, something inexplicable, is about to happen. It doesn't leave you for a second. And those sudden, incinerating flashes of anger that you cannot control, this is the system deleting broken, viral files of resentment and injustice. The mirror portal, like a giant cosmic spotlight, is pulling everything from the darkest depths of your subconscious. Everything that must be seen, accepted, and released forever. To understand what is happening, you need a metaphor. Imagine that your soul, your true I, is a perfect, pure sound, a unique note in the symphony of the universe. But over years of life in the old world, this note has been layered with distortions, fears, doubts, others' opinions, ancestral programs. Your divine song has turned into noise, into dissonance. The process being activated now is the awakening of the acoustic mirror. The universe is transforming into a gigantic, perfectly tuned mirror that reflects back to you not your face, but your true, original sound. This portal sends your own, pure vibration back to you. And when this reflected wave meets your current, distorted sound, a process known in physics as resonant absorption occurs. Your system, your body and consciousness begins to vibrate in unison with its true frequency. Everything that doesn't match this divine frequency, all the noise, all the pain, all the dissonance, simply cannot withstand this vibration. It shatters. This is not magic. This is the quantum physics of the spirit. It is a complete sonic reboot of your being, a return to the Creator's factory settings. Why now? Why is this moment so unique? Because critical mass has been reached. Enough souls on the planet have awakened to create a powerful, coherent field capable of receiving and holding this new frequency. The earth itself is changing its sound, raising its vibration, and you, as its children, must synchronize with it. This energy, arriving through the acoustic mirror, is fundamentally different from all previous waves. It is not a soft, lulling flow. It is a surgically precise, fiery sonic resonance, a scalpel of light that penetrates the deepest parts of your cellular memory and cuts away the false. This is no longer a choice. It is an unavoidable evolutionary leap. The awakening of the acoustic mirror is not an invitation to the dance. It is the dance itself, which has already begun. And your only decision is whether to move with its rhythm or to resist and experience the pain of dissonance. You have been preparing for this sonic calibration for thousands of lifetimes. And now, it is here. You see the proof everywhere if you know where to look. The signs of this great shift are appearing more and more clearly in the external world. It's not just technology glitches, it's much more subtle. You notice strange geometric patterns in the clouds, as if someone has drawn visible sound waves in the sky. You suddenly hear music you've known since childhood begin to sound different, in another, deeper key, bringing tears of purification. Water, ordinary tap water, changes its taste. It becomes sweeter, softer, as if the very structure of the water is responding to the new harmony of the world. Sometimes a silence falls. Not just an absence of sound, but a ringing, dense, palpable silence in which you can hear the hum of the universe itself. And synchronicity. You just think of someone, and they call. You ask the universe a question, and the answer arrives through a random phrase from passers-by or writing on a billboard. This is the acoustic mirror tuning your reality, showing you that your thoughts and the external world are a single, resonating system. Coincidence disappears. Only pure resonance remains. And the most important proof is within you, in your inner world. Your body itself becomes an indicator of truth. You notice your taste preferences changing. You are no longer drawn to heavy, dead food. Your body begins to demand purity, lightness, life, fresh vegetables, fruits, clean water. It physically rejects low vibrations. Alcohol, sugar, meat suddenly feel like poison, causing aversion and heaviness. This isn't a diet. It's your internal sound system refusing to accept dissonant elements. Your intuition sharpens to the level of a superpower. You no longer think, you simply know. You know when to call, where to go, what to say. Your internal compass, which used to barely quiver, now points clearly in one direction, and this voice is impossible to ignore. And your dreams, they have become vivid, tangible, almost real. In your sleep, new sound archives are being unpacked. Your nervous system is undergoing training, integrating the codes of the new reality. You wake up with a clear knowing or feeling that you cannot explain logically, but which is the absolute truth for your heart. Your relationships with other people become the main indicator of this transformation. The awakening of the acoustic mirror forces everything to resonate with its true frequency, and this applies first and foremost to people. You notice how people from your past, those connected to you by old dramas, resentments, or a sense of duty, begin to leave your life. It happens without scandals, without conflict, quietly and naturally, as if a river is calmly changing its course. Your vibrations no longer match, and the universe gently moves you apart. Wearing social masks becomes physically unbearable. You feel a rejection, almost nausea, when someone near you lies or pretends. You begin to feel falsehood physically, like an unpleasant smell, a cold in your solar plexus, a dissonant, ear-piercing sound. Your system can no longer support falsehood. It seeks only pure, clear resonance. You attract new people, and from the first moment, you feel as if you have known them forever. This is not an accident. This is your new harmonic, attracting those who sound in unison with you. Your system is deleting incompatible files and seeking pure resonance. Let's talk about what worries your mind. Money. Abundance. All programs of poverty, deficit, lack, and the struggle for survival. This is just a viral code. They are distorted sound frequencies, recorded onto your hard drive in early childhood, passed down through your lineage. This is the noise that drowns out your true song, the song of abundance. The awakening of the acoustic mirror is the most powerful antivirus stream you have ever received. This high-frequency resonance passes through your subtle bodies and literally burns away, erases these destructive programs. It formats your financial mindset back to its original state. You suddenly realize with absolute clarity that you are not a slave chasing money. You are the source. You are the generator of reality. And when this dissonance of fear leaves, the flow begins. It will open up from the most unexpected places. New ideas, new people, new opportunities will appear, which were previously invisible to you because of the wall of your own noise. You stop seeking abundance externally, and remember that you are abundance. You resonate with it. And of course, love. Relationships. Your heart is the main resonator, the primary magnet of your system. But over many lifetimes, it has become covered in scars, cracks, energetic patches from past wounds and disappointments. This layer of pain creates a distorted magnetic field, which attracted not whole partners, but similarly wounded people, creating karmic cycles of suffering. The awakening of the acoustic mirror is laser surgery on the heart, performed with sound and light. This pure, reflected vibration of your true self passes through your heart and calibrates it. All toxic, karmic connections, those held by pain, guilt, or fear, simply fall away. The etheric cords binding you to the past are severed. Your heart's magnet is cleansed of the residue of old pain, and its sound becomes pure and powerful. And then you begin to attract a completely different resonance. You attract whole beings, not halves. You attract partners who reflect your own freedom and strength. This is no longer a dance of dependence. It is the dance of two free, sovereign universes that have chosen to sound together in harmony. And most importantly, your sense of self, your I. That eternal background noise in your head, that constant anxiety, that inner critic that never shuts up. Imagine it just disappearing. The awakening of the acoustic mirror erases this static noise, this mental interference, and silence arrives. But it is not emptiness. It is fullness. It is a ringing, living, meaningful inner silence. For the first time in a long time, you hear yourself. You gain a crystalline, diamond-like clarity. You no longer need advice, opinions, or external validation. You just know. You feel a deep, unshakable harmony with yourself and with the world. Your true creative power awakens, not to prove anything to anyone, but as the natural breath of your soul. You begin to create your life from a state of peace and joy, not from fear and need. This is your new operating state, the state of the Creator. It is as if, in a stuffy, locked house you've lived in your whole life, all the windows and doors have suddenly been thrown open, and a fresh wind, sunlight, and the singing of birds rush in. But there is a price. The price for such a total transformation is always the courage to walk through the fire. Before the new operating system can be installed, the old one must be completely deleted, along with all the viruses, bugs, and hidden files. This process is a fiery purification. It is like the fever before the complete healing. Your body and your consciousness will be purging toxins, and this can be painful. You cannot build a new temple on a rotten old foundation. The foundation must be burned clean, down to the very bedrock, to the primordial earth. So do not be afraid if the heat rises. Do not be afraid if old pains suddenly surface with new intensity. Do not be afraid of the tears, the anger, the despair. This is not a relapse. This is a deep clean. This is the sacred fire burning away everything that is not you, to make space for the real you. This is necessary. Trust this fire. It is not destroying you. It is liberating you. And in this moment of purification, the system will give you a final exam. From the deepest parts of your subconscious, your shadow will rise. All your biggest fears, your deepest doubts, your most ingrained resentments and guilt will stand before you at their full height. They will scream. They will convince you that nothing is changing, that you are unworthy, that this is all an illusion. At the same time, the external world will begin to test you. People, especially those closest to you, will unconsciously push your most painful buttons. They will provoke you, devalue your experience, try to pull you back into old, low-frequency dramas and conflicts. Your ego, your old mind, will scream in panic because it senses its own death. This is its last battle. And the main question of this exam is, will you maintain the state of the observer? Can you watch this entire theater, both internal and external, with love and compassion, without getting involved? Can you hold the new frequency when the old world tries to drag you back down? This is the final dress rehearsal before the new reality is installed. So, what should you do during the peak of this process? The answer is paradoxically simple. Nothing. Your task is not to do, but to be. Become a total, loving observer of yourself. Imagine you are sitting on the bank of a great river, and this river is the flow of your life. A storm has begun, and the river is carrying all the trash that is collected on its floor past you. Old memories, pains, fears. Your task is to simply sit on the bank and watch as the river cleanses itself. Do not jump into the water. Do not try to catch this trash. Do not analyze it. Just observe. Be in silence as much as possible. Disconnect from the external noise, news, social media, empty conversations. Drink plenty of clean, living water. Water is a liquid crystal. It is the best conductor for the new light codes entering your system. And most importantly, totally, absolutely, boundlessly trust the process. Breathe through any pain, through any fear. knowing that it is not you, but what is leaving you. Do not interfere with the universe's work. And there are things you absolutely, categorically, must not do during this period. This is vital. First, do not enter into conflict. Any conflict, any argument, any judgment is a voluntary connection to the old, low-frequency matrix. It is a cancellation of the new program's installation. It is a rollback to the old, viral version of yourself. Simply do not do it. If you are provoked, breathe and be silent. Your silence will be your shield. Second, do not try to analyze what is happening with your old mind. Your logical processor is not capable of understanding a quantum transition. It was not built for it. By trying to explain everything, it will only cause panic and resistance. Turn off the analyst. Turn on the feeling. Third, and the most difficult, do not cling to the old. Not to people, not to habits, not to beliefs that are leaving. If you want the universe to give you its greatest gifts, your hands must be empty. You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. Do not drain your precious energy into the black hole of the old matrix, which is now in its death throes. And when the storm subsides, when the last waves of purification have passed, a silence will fall. A deep, velvet, all-encompassing silence that you have never experienced before. You will wake up one morning and feel an incredible lightness in your body, as if an invisible lead suit has been removed from you. There will be absolute clarity in your mind. The noise will have stopped. The system is rebooted. The awakening of the acoustic mirror is complete. Your new operating system of consciousness is activated. You will feel a perfect synchronization between your heart, your soul, and your mind. They will no longer be at war with each other. They will transform into a perfectly tuned orchestra, playing the divine melody of your unique soul. The world around you will not have changed, but you will see it with completely different eyes. Colors will be brighter, sounds deeper, and life will be filled with meaning and magic. You will no longer be searching for your home, because you will become it. Welcome home. You are the creator. This is what you are.